Good morning. Welcome to Hindi is Easy. Today we are going to see the line by line explanation for the lesson Meghalaya की अनोखी संस्कृति lesson 10 class 6 Vaani Hindi Pathmala. If you still not subscribe my channel, please subscribe my channel and recommend among your friends circle. If you have any clarification or feedback, please put in the comment section and surely reply back. If you like the video or the video is useful for you, please click the like button. Your subscription and like will motivate me to add more videos. मेघालय की अनोखी संस्कृति द यूनिक कल्चर ऑफ मेघालय. So before getting into the line by line explanation, let's see the introduction which is given in the book. मेघालय की अनोखी संस्कृति पाठ में मेघालय में मनाए जाने वाले बेहंदियन कलाम उत्सव के बारे में बताया जा रहा है. So in this lesson you will be able to understand the festival called बेहंदियन कलाम. साथ ही उत्तर पूर्वी भारत के संस्कृति एवं परंपरा से भी अवगत करवाया जा रहा है. एंड अलॉन्ग विद दैट यू विल बी एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड, यू विल बी एबल टू गेट द डिटेल्स अबाउट द नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न कल्चर ऑफ आवर कंट्री. त्यौहार चाहे किसी भी राज्य का हो वह कोई भी हो, जब आता है तो खुशियाँ, उमंग और उल्लास का संदेश लेकर आता है. सो मे द वॉट एवर मे बी द festival and wherever in whichever state it is celebrated, but ultimately it brings the happiness, the hope and the joyfulness. So खुशियाँ, उमंग और उल्लास. So each and every festival gives this message only. और हमारे मन में खुशी एवं उत्साह का संचार प्रवाहित कर देता है. So in our mind and your thoughts the happiness is being communicated, right? So அது அப்படியே communicate பண்ணிட்டு போயிடும். So the happiness will be flowing. பிரவாஹித்னா flow ஆயிட்டு இருக்கும். So sanchar is the communication happens. The happiness or the communication happens when we celebrate the festivals. दूसरी ओर त्यौहार हमें अपने संस्कृति से जोड़े रखने की भी महत्वपूर्ण भूमिका निभाते हैं. The other important role that the festivals does it connects us to our parampara, the Sanskriti, to the culture. So by celebrating festivals only we will understand our culture better. इसलिए उत्सवों में सक्रिय भागीदारी के साथ शामिल हो और त्योहारों का आनंद उठाएं. Hence we have to actively participate in the festivals and we have to get the joy of celebrating the festival. Have you been to Meghalaya? मेघों का घर. Meghalaya means which is covered with clouds. If you see, that state will always have the rainfall. 9 months in a year you can see the rainfall in that state. So an activity is given here. दिए गए स्थान पर उत्तर पूर्वी भारत नॉर्थ ईस्ट इंडिया के कुछ मुख्य उत्सवों के चित्र चिपकाइए. This activity you have to collect the pictures of the festivals which were celebrated in the northeast India. So here they have given this. So you can search in the Google and get these details and you can paste the pictures. इन उत्सवों के बारे में जानकारी जुटाएं and you can also collect the details from internet about this each and every festival. अंतुरियम फेस्टिवल ना என்ன, हॉर्नबिल फेस्टिवल ना என்ன, कुत फेस्टिवल ना என்ன, लोहसर फेस्टिवल ना என்ன. Okay, so these festivals are celebrated in different states in the northeast side of India. So Manipur, Nagaland, Arunachal Pradesh, Mizoram. So you know the India map लड़का states names, you know all these east side लड़का states. Have you ever heard about them? So this state is all full of natural beauty. Da everywhere you go you will get the mountains and the plants all around. भारत के केंद्रीय शासित प्रदेशों के नाम लिखते हुए प्रत्येक के दो विशेषताएं लिखिए. केंद्र शासित प्रदेशों में यूनियन टेरिटरीज. So these are the union territories. 9 union territories we have. So you can choose any 1 or 2 and you can give the specialities of these places. Ladakh, Jammu Kashmir, Chandigarh, Andaman Nicobar. Okay. So पाठ का संदेश. त्योहार हो या कोई उत्सव, so it's a festival or any celebration. उत्सव ना celebration केवल खुशियाँ ही लाते. It brings just the happiness. हमें प्रत्येक त्यौहार खुशी और उमंग से मनाना चाहिए. So we have to each and every प्रत्येक ना each and every festival has to be celebrated with the joy and with the lot of hope. उमंग ना hope. So this is a message we are getting from this lesson. So what is the learning outcome? We will learn about Meghalaya and the festival Behedian Kalam, and we also understand that all the festivals, whatever be the festivals, wherever it is celebrated, we have to celebrate the festival joyfully, and also it connects oneself with the culture. So we have to take part actively in the festival celebration to enjoy and also to know our culture better. This is India map. So this is northeast side. Okay, so here only you can see Mizoram, Nagaland, Meghalaya, although 7 states. Okay, so here is Meghalaya. So this is a Meghalaya. So this is Meghalaya. In this lesson we are going to learn about this Behadin Kalam festival, how it is, how different it is, and how it is celebrated in Meghalaya. And I was able to take few pictures from the internet for you to show. See how much of crowd is there for the celebration. So everyone is playing with the muddy water here. So they have a stick which they keep in the center of the pool, and they will do the festival rituals. So there are many people across the world, across India, who will be watching this. Women doesn't participate in this festival, they are just observer, and the men are the people who are doing this. So these are the stumps that each and every village has to represent with a theme for themselves, and they need to carry this, and they'll be coming around the pool, and then finally they will do the Visarjan of these stumps. Meghalaya people believe in the nature as to be the god. They don't have any shape or size or any form for the god. So these all are stumps they use, which has many floors, but no god's picture will be there. It will have some themes, and they will be using this to represent their place, their village, when they are doing the puja all over together. So they have the myth also. They will have a stick along with them to beat this water, the scared pool, thinking that they are making the Duratma, the devils, to go out from this place and making the place so pure. So this is the major task that they do in this during this festival. So see the crowd, see the stumps, and these are the caves which is very famous. This is the food items which is famous in Meghalaya. So momos, the desserts, and this is the traditional dress wear of Meghalaya. Okay, this is the view of Meghalaya. So we can see it is covered with the clouds. Temples which is very famous, Durga temple which is famous. These are the few villages which is very famous. The whistling village, where each and every person will be having a different way of whistling. So they are identified with the whistles itself, not with the names, but the whistle itself they will identify. Nearly 600 people are living in this village, and everyone will have the unique whistling style. These are the falls which is very famous, Elephant Falls, Nohakalika Falls. See how it is from the 3 sides the water comes here. There is also a trekking path for the trekking lovers, which is the place is always covered with the nature and mountains. This is the natural bridge which stays for years, and this is a double-decker bridge. The double-decker bridge is very famous. This is a living root bridge. The roots of the banyan tree they have tied up, and they made as the bridge to come from one place to the other place, to move from one place to the other place of the rivers. So double-decker bridge is very famous. We can see such bridges everywhere, but this is very famous, being a double-decker. So I just showed you few pictures for you to get the curiosity to understand more about Meghalaya. You can go and check in internet to get more details about Meghalaya, their culture, the food habits, the famous temples, the places to visit, and the caves, the double-decker living routes. All those things you can explore. If you have the opportunity to go in direct or through internet, you can get more details. So this is one of the tourist place, and by reading this lesson we are going to understand the culture of the state and also understand how they are going to celebrate the festival. पाठ का उद्देश्य, तो what is the objective of this lesson? भारतीय संस्कृति से परिचित करवाना, to introduce us to the Indian culture. मेघालय राज्य के बारे में जानकारी देना, to give more details about मेघालय. पर्यटन स्थल के बारे में जानकारी देना, the tourist place in Meghalaya पति details. So I have given all those details in the images for you to get the curiosity. Vivid दक्षताएं, the various competencies which we will learn from this lesson are पर्यटन के क्षेत्रों की जानकारी का विकास. So we will be able to develop to understand what are the different tourist places which is there in Meghalaya. भारतीय संस्कृति के बारे में जान सकेंगे. यू विल बी एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड द कल्चर, इंडियन कल्चर. राज्यों की जानकारी में विस्तार कर सकेंगे. यू शुड बी एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड द डिफरेंट स्टेट्स विच इज़ अवेलेबल इन आवर कंट्री. सो दिस इज़ द क्यूरियोसिटी विच विल मेक यू टू डिग इन टू अंडरस्टैंड द वेरियस स्टेट्स एंड द कल्चर्स. सीखने के प्रतिफल, द लर्निंग आउटकम. राज्यों के बारे में उत्सुकता से प्रश्न करते हैं. यू शुड बी एबल टू लर्न, आस्क क्वेश्चंस अबाउट द डिफरेंट स्टेट्स. विविध प्रकार की जानकारियों को पढ़कर समूह में चर्चा करते हैं. यू शुड बी एबल टू डिस्कस अमंग ग्रुप्स ऑफ द अंडरस्टैंडिंग विच यू हैव लर्नड. लेखक द्वारा रचना के परिप्रेक्ष्य में कहे गए विचारों को समझते हैं. यू शुड बी एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड द पर्सपेक्टिव, परिप्रेक्ष्य पर्सपेक्टिव ऑफ द ऑथर, एंड यू शुड बी एबल टू थिंक ऑन दैट. So these are the different things which we learn from this lesson. So what do you think about Meghalaya? What do you find something special about Meghalaya? So are you a person to roam out? If so, then definitely take time to go and visit Meghalaya once so that you will get connected with the nature. So unity in diversity is one of our mantra. So you can feel that the people are so lively and they're very friendly in Meghalaya. So when you see this beauty, natural beauty, you will just easily get connected with the nature. So have you ever read about Meghalaya in the books or newspapers or in internet? If not, try to take time to read about Meghalaya to understand more about the culture. And because that's a place where we can see the mountains, we can see the plains, we can see the greenery, we can see the rivers, we can see the valleys. And so Meghalaya, as the name says, it's a बादलों का घर. It has a very unique climate and 9 months in a year it will be raining only. So these are the things which attracts the tourists. So today in our class we will be learning about this lesson related to the unique culture of the state Meghalaya. We are going to learn more about the Tyohar Behdi and Kalam, so which is celebrated by the Jaintiya Janjati, the tribes of Jaintiya hills. How happily they celebrate the festival, what are the thoughts they have towards this festival, or what are the things they do during this festival, how they are connecting themselves with the nature. All those things we'll understand through this lesson. Can you see the dress, the traditional dress of Meghalaya? Okay, now let's start the lesson. भारत ऐसा देश है जहाँ पूरे वर्ष पर्व एवं त्योहार मनाए जाते हैं. So India is such country where for the whole year the festivals and celebrations are happening, right? यहाँ पर्वों, त्योहारों और मेलों के माध्यम से जनजीवन की सांस्कृतिक, धार्मिक और राष्ट्रीय भावना उमंग और उत्साह से भरी रहती है. So यहाँ is the pronoun used for India. So in India, through the festivals or through the celebrations or through the fairs, we have different fairs. Book fairs இருக்கு, wooden fairs இருக்கு, animalsக்கான fairs இருக்கு, religious fairs இருக்கு. Suraj Kund Mela is famous for handcrafts. Then we have some book fairs are there. Local people will have the fairs to display all this work for the people to come and get the things for the house. So we have different types of melas for different things. And for each level of people satisfy பண்ற அளவுக்கு we have different melas. We have trades. So through these trades, through this festivals, through this celebration only, Janjeevan, the people we are living, right, அவங்களோட சான்ஸ்கிருதிக், cultural, dharmic, religious, and Rashtriya Bhavana, national sentiment, everything with the hope and with the joyfully will be able to enjoy it. It all comes into us, the national feel and the joyful feel and the hope, everything comes into us through these festivals and through this mela. जिस प्रकार भोजन का स्वाद टेलीविज़न पर बने भोजन को देखते ही नहीं आ सकता, उसी प्रकार त्योहारों का आनंद टेलीविज़न पर देखने से नहीं आ सकता. So by watching a recipe which is made in the TV, we cannot taste that recipe, right? Similarly, we cannot taste the real experience, the joyfulness of this festival by watching those festivals in the TV. So the author here wants to convey that we have to actively participate in the festivals to enjoy the real joy of the festival, to know the culture of that festival. So instead of watching in the TV, he tells us to go and participate in that place itself to enjoy the culture, to enjoy the festival. एक बार संगीत का आनंद तो टेलीविज़न के द्वारा लिया जा सकता है. सो वन टाइम वी कैन हैव द एन्जॉयमेंट ऑफ लिसनिंग टू द म्यूज़िक फ्रॉम द टेलीविज़न. किंतु सावन के झूले पर झूलने का आनंद नहीं. बट वी कैन नॉट टेक द प्लेजर, वी कैन नॉट एन्जॉय द फील ऑफ swinging in the swings of during the Savan month. That we have to go and do during that season. We have to swing and we can explore. By watching the TV, we cannot have that experience, isn't it? We can get the joy of listening to the music, but this experience we only have to do it practically. By watching the TV, we will not get that sense. That's what the author means here. यदि हम उत्सवों में सक्रिय भाग ना ले पाएँ, इफ़ यू आर नॉट एबल टू पार्टिसिपेट एक्टिवली, सक्रिय ना एक्टिवला भाग ना पार्टिसिपेट, इफ़ यू आर नॉट एबल टू पार्टिसिपेट एक्टिवली इन द फेस्टिवल्स, उस वातावरण में जाकर, नॉट गोइंग टू दैट एनवायरनमेंट, वातावरण ना एनवायरनमेंट, उनके बीच रहकर देखने का भी एक अनोखा आनंद प्राप्त कर सकते हैं. So if you are not able to actively participate in the festival, but going to that environment, but staying in that environment also, we can take the joy of that festival. Instead of watching from the TV, the author says to go and get into that environment. Though you are not participating, but by watching how the festival is carried out, you can enjoy it better than rather watching in the TV. The people naduvula irundichu, amidst of those people, if you are staying in that environment, you will have the pleasure, that unique enjoyment, you will feel it. This is what the message that the author wants to convey. भारत का उत्तर पूर्व प्रदेश सुंदर रहस्यों से भरा है. So if you see, the eastern side of India is all covered with some secret. रहस्य ना, there are many mysteries there which are yet to explore. There are many places where we have not gone at all. So this is so dense, forest is there. So the place is so mountain places and all we have not explored. So this place, eastern side of India, is have many secrets. ऐसा लगता है मेघालय मानो रहस्य के मेघों से घिरा रहता है. So if you see the Meghalaya, it's covered with the clouds of secrets. So always it will be raining. So already the clouds will be there all over the year, but it is also having some secrets covered on it. इसलिए मेघालय घूमने में दोहरा आनंद मिलता है. So if you go and roam in Meghalaya, you will get the double pleasure because of exploring those secrets which is not told by anyone, and you are going to enjoy all those things by yourself. So you will have a double joy when you are exploring Meghalaya. हमारे देश में प्रकृति के साथ मिलकर उसके साथ त्योहारों को मनाने की बहुत पुरानी परंपरा रही है. सो इन आवर कंट्री, along with the nature, we are celebrating our festival. This is our old culture. Olden days itself, we have this parampara included in our culture, right? So celebrating the festival along with the nature. जिसे शहरों के लोग पाश्चात्य संस्कृति के प्रभाव के कारण भूल ही गए. So the people who are living in the cities, because of the western, பாশ্சாத்தியன வெஸ்டர்ன் கல்ச்சரை அடாப்ட் பண்ணுற அதை பிடிச்சிருக்கிறவங்க, they have ignored all those things. They have forgotten all those joy which we used to do, which we used to celebrate the festival along with the nature. All those things have been left out for the people who are staying in the city. परंतु पूर्वी राज्यों में ये परंपराएं आज भी प्रचलित है. बट इफ़ यू सी द ईस्टर्न साइड ऑफ इंडिया, स्टिल दिस परंपरा, this culture is followed in the eastern side of India, where we celebrate the festival along with the nature. इसका एक प्रमुख उदाहरण है मेघालय राज्य की पूर्वी हिस्से में रहने वाले जैंतिया जनजाति के लोग. एंड द बेस्ट एग्जाम्पल फॉर दिस इज द ट्राइब्स जनजाति and जैंतिया प्लेஸில் இருக்கிற ट्राइब्स who are still following the celebration of the festival along with the nature. जैंतिया लोगों का एक प्रमुख त्यौहार है. सो जैंतिया ट्राइब्ஸோட ஒரு பெஸ்ட் ஒரு ஃபேமஸான ஒரு त्यौहार द फेस्टिवल इज़ बेहदीन कलाम. इसका मुख्य भाव है गरीबी तथा बीमारियों को वृक्षों तथा प्रकृति की सहायता से दूर भगाना. एंड द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट फीलिंग दैट दिस फेस्टिवल गिव्स इज पॉवर्टी and the disease. We can get rid of the poverty and the diseases through the trees and through the nature. With the help of the nature, with the help of the trees, we can get rid of the poverty and the diseases. This is what they still follow and they still believe in this. यह उत्सव प्रतिवर्ष वर्षा ऋतु यानी जून जुलाई में खेतों में बुआई करने के बाद मनाया जाता है. And this festival, बेहदीन कलाम, is celebrated in the month of June, July after sowing the seeds. So during the rainy season, they used to follow this festival. जवई जयंतिया क्षेत्र का प्रमुख नगर है. सो जवई is the place which is famous for जयंतिया क्षेत्र. So the famous city in जयंतिया क्षेत्र is जवई, the where this festival happens. So ये शिलोंग से लगभग 64 किलोमीटर की दूरी पर है and it is 64 kilometers away from शिलोंग. जवई नगर के रौनक देखकर वहाँ के लोगों की उमंग का अंदाज़ा सहज ही लगाया जा सकता है. अंदाज़ा इज गेस, सहज इज सिंपल. By seeing the decoration, how the people are all around, we can easily simply guess about the place, about the people. इस दिन लोग रंग बिरंगे कई मंजिलें वाले एक ऊंचे झांकी स्तंभ को अपने कंधों पर लेकर चलते हैं. सो ऑन दिस डे द पीपल विल बी कैरिंग द मेनी ஃப்ளோர்ஸ் இருக்க ஒரு ஜாங்கி ஸ்தம். த போஸ்ட் வில் பி கேரிட் ஆன் த ஷோல்டர்ஸ். கந்தோன ஷோல்டர்ஸில் கேரி பண்ணி we can see people going around. So see here, they are carrying the thumb in the shoulders with the many floors are there, and each thumb will have a different message what the villagers wants to convey on behalf of the village. ये झांकी बहुत सुंदर लगती है and to see this झांकी it looks very beautiful. किंतु उसमें किसी भी देवी या देवता का चित्र या मूर्ति नहीं होती. एंड बट ऑन दिस वी कैन नॉट सी एनी देवी देवता गॉड गॉडஸோட பிக்சர்லாம் இருக்காது. இட் வில் हैव सम मैसेज ऑन इट. यहाँ लोगों के आतिथ्य सत्कार का भी विशेष महत्व है. एंड द स्पेशलिटी ऑफ द पीपल हियर इज हॉस्पिटैलिटी इज़ वेरी गुड. सो whoever comes there to watch this festival, they will have the friendly nature, they will have a friendly behavior. So hospitality will be very nice in this place, जो लोगों के व्यवहार से साफ दिखाई देता है. सो वी कैन सी दिस हॉस्पिटैलिटी इज़ वेरी नाइस इन द फ्रॉम द बिहेवियर इटसेल्फ वी कैन आइडेंटिफाई, जो लोगों के व्यवहार से साफ झलकता है. एंड दिस वी कैन सी द ग्लिम्स फ्रॉम द बिहेवियर ऑफ द पीपल इटसेल्फ दैट they give respect to the guests and their hospitality is very nice. So see here, this is the picture which I have collected from the internet. So each and every floor is decorated with the different themes. So each people of the village, so one village को और poster को they will have a different themes and they will be carrying on the shoulders. इसके लिए एक विशेष शब्द का प्रयोग किया जाता है जिसे कुबले कहते हैं. So they use a special word कुबले in the sense blessing. इसका अर्थ है भगवान का आशीर्वाद, the blessing of the God. So they will use the word कुबले to give respect to the guest, like as if the blessings of the God. जांग यहाँ का एक विशेष पेय पदार्थ है. जो जांग is the name of the beverage, the drink, which is very special here. जिसे चावल से बनाया जाता है and it is made up of rice, और इसे लोग बड़े चाव से पीते हैं. चाव ना with lot of interest. So the people used to drink this beverage with lot of interest. So I'll stop the video here as a part 1 video, and the rest of the lesson I'll continue in the next part. If you have any doubt or clarification, please put in the comment section and surely reply back. Thank you, students.